and welcome back. A special edition of Weed on Wrestling today. I'm going to be going over all of my picks for the upcoming weekend. NXT Takeover Orlando, Wrestlemania. Looking forward to it here on Weed on Wrestling. Welcome again, all you wonderful weed heads, to I guess what we'll call my picks edition of Weed on Wrestling. Of course, I am Weed, aka Alan, your host that tries to stay stoned the most. Like I was saying today, a little bit of a special occasion, making my picks. I don't really have anything to deconstruct of the shows so far. I'm getting ready to go turn on the network as I speak to go and watch the Hall of Fame induction ceremony. Kind of excited about DDP. Kurt Angle's there. Rock and Roll Express, okay. You know my feelings on Beth Phoenix, the Glamazon, and Teddy Long. Alright, it's not going to be that bad of a show, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. So I'm going to stop blabbering on and on about what I'm planning on doing, other than the trip that I have planned for the next week. Going to be broadcasting in a different location all next week, but stay tuned for like the Saturday. It'll probably happen. I don't know when the shows are going to happen, to be honest with you. They may just come out in kind of a bundle. But I'm going to talk about Takeover, WrestleMania, the Raw after, the SmackDown after, the Fallout from 205 Live, and again the NXT. But it's just going to be a bunch in one. So I don't know how it's going to work, but I'm going to get them all up there. Thanks again for anybody who's listening. Hit me up on Twitter, Weed on Wrestling, at Weed on Wrestling. Spreaker, Spotify, SoundCloud, iTunes, all the normal places. Just look me, Weed on Wrestling. You can find me. Let's get right into things. NXT Takeover Orlando. I have a feeling NXT is going to steal the show again. Steal the entire weekend again. It's one of those things where the card that they have, it's not stacked, but it has potential to be great. The debut match of Aleister Black, he's taking on Andres Almas Cien. It should be a decent match. Cien's a pretty good seller. I don't know a whole lot about Aleister Black other than his little promos, his thing that he did in the European tournament against Neville. So we'll see. I think Aleister Black's going to win this one just because it's his debut match. I don't think they're going to let him lose on his debut match. So Aleister Black in that one. Then I think it'll be the 8-person tag match. Sanity versus the team of Ty Dillinger, No Way Jose, Roderick Strong, and this new chick, Ruby Riott. There's going to be a lot of spots. It's going to be a spot fest of a match. But overall, it should be pretty entertaining. I have Sanity edging out this one only for the fact that they're a team. They're a stable. The rest of them have just kind of been thrown together as like a faction against Sanity. And so I think Sanity's going to win it simply for the fact that they are a faction. They are a group. They're together. They've been together a few weeks. And I think it's about the only one on here that you can say the heel team is going to completely dominate. It's not going to be a domination match, but it's going to be... I just think Sanity's going to win it. Then we get into the tag team triple threat elimination match. Authors of Pain versus Team DIY, Ciampa and Gargano. Ciampa, Gargano, whatever it is. Yeah. It's going to be a good match. Holy shit, it's going to be a good match. Revival in there as well. Oh, man. I've gone back and forth on this so many times. I can see Authors of Pain winning it, being that dominant tag team for a while. If that doesn't happen, I've got to go with Revival as like a third-time champion, and then you're setting up another rematch clause with the Authors of Pain, and then they have another one with Team DIY, because did they really get their rematch? I don't know. If Authors of Pain, AOP, are eliminated first, then it's going to be an amazing match between Revival and Team DIY. If it stays the triple threat for a while and, say, Revival or Team DIY is eliminated first, then yeah, Authors of Pain are going to go on and win the entire thing. Either way, it should be a really good match. I'm going to personally take Revival on this one. Moving on to the Women's Championship for the NXT TakeOver Orlando. Asuka versus Ember Moon. Streak versus streak. Both undefeated going into this match in singles competition. Both riding a hell of a hot streak. Asuka's is better than Ember Moon's, but here's the conundrum that I see. If you want to move up Asuka, you almost have to have her lose. And so Ember Moon's going to take the win. If you're not moving up Asuka, you're painting a picture of about the next 3 to 5 months of an Ember Moon versus Asuka storyline and feud, which I don't mind. Don't get me wrong, I don't mind that. However, something's got to give. What I would like to see personally, and again, these are just my picks of what I want to see. I want to see Asuka win it and move up to the main roster undefeated. Ride off into that proverbial sunset of awesomeness and just be the strength of the women's division. I don't know. That one could go either way. Speaking of going either way, we have the Shinsuke Nakamura versus Bobby Roode championship match. Oh, Nakamura's going up. Bobby Roode wins it. Yep, that's what I'm going with. Or do you somehow paint somebody else in this match and move them both up? A unknown superstar that hasn't really done anything in a while. I ain't got one in mind. I don't know who you would do it with. Maybe Adam fucking Cole? Fuck, I don't know. I don't even know what anybody's doing these days. But yeah, here's my pick on that one. Bobby Roode. Nakamura's going up. Bobby Roode wins the match, maintains the championship, keeps his momentum going. Nakamura goes to main roster after the draft. It's going to be before the draft, like around the time the draft happens that he comes up. On to the main show. Moving on to the main show. And I'm not that excited. Let's go pre-show first. I don't even know what the pre-show is, so I'm just going to jump right into shit. I don't know the order, what's going to happen, because they had it posted at some point, and then enough people bitched and moaned that it got switched over with the women's title match on SmackDown. It's now on the main show. I don't fucking care. Either way, let's just jump right into shit. Tag team division on Raw. Gallows and Anderson versus Enzo and Cass versus Cesaro and Sheamus. If we are to see a Bullet Club reunion, it will be at WrestleMania with a little bit of help from a Bullet Club member. If that help happens, then Gallows and Anderson wins it. If that help doesn't happen, I see Cesaro and Sheamus recapturing gold. Kind of a stick it to the man since they were mixed golden couple. So, my heart says Cesaro and Sheamus. My head says Gallows and Anderson. I'm going to go with Cesaro and Sheamus. So, your new tag team champions on Raw, Cesaro and Sheamus. Tag team on SmackDown doesn't even get a match because they're all fucking entered into the Andre the Giant Battle Royale, whatever the fuck it is. Women's SmackDown, the Alexa Bliss champion versus everybody who's available. It's kind of turned into a six-packs challenge. Becky Lynch, Alexa Bliss, Mickie James, Natty, Carmella, Naomi. Is Asuka coming up? Is that how she makes her entrance? I would love to see that. If Asuka's coming up, then that's my fucking pick. I want Asuka to win it, but if she's not there, let's give it to Mickie James. Let's let her have another WrestleMania moment. One that doesn't involve licking between fingers. Women's Raw Championship. I don't know and I don't care. This has been handed off so many times that it's lost its oomph. It's lost its appeal. I don't give a shit anymore. But it's between Charlotte, Bayley, Sasha Banks, and Nia Jax. Fuck it, I'm gonna go out on a big fucking limb. It's gotta be a big one because it's holding me and Nia Jax. It's my pick, Nia Jax. Only for the simple fact they've got to have a brute force for somebody to go against Asuka. So which the roster is she going to? If she goes to SmackDown, have her win it at WrestleMania. If she goes to Raw, now you're setting up something, a match I'd like to see come Monday night on Raw. You'd have Nia Jax saying that there's nobody there to challenge her, and comes Asuka. That'd be a good way to ride her in. But yeah, let's go with Nia Jax on the Women's Raw division. That's my upset special. Beep, beep, beep. Upset special of the night. Women's Raw champion, Nia Jax. Now the show, part of the show that pisses me off. I couldn't bitch enough on Twitter. I'm going to try to maintain my cool on this. The cruiserweights have been delegated to the pre-show. Let me fucking say that again. The cruiserweights have been delegated to the fucking pre-show. Why? It doesn't make any sense. They could possibly steal the entire damn show and we're only going to give them 10 minutes when everybody's not even fucking watching. It's between Neville and Austin Aries. I had Austin Aries winning this. I did. Until I learned that it was on the pre-show, and I'm changing my answer as I'm talking to you. Hear me put the pen down. I'm going Neville. Neville to keep his kingdom going, I guess. His rule. King Neville and his rule. His rule's going to continue, I guess that's what I'm saying. It just bugs the shit out of me that they've been ostracized to the fucking pre-show. They deserve so much more. Intercontinental Championship time between Dean Ambrose and Baron Corbin. I'm going to go with Corbin. Ambrose can't have a good title run at anything. I'm going to go Corbin. Be a good way to kind of introduce him to holding a title on the main roster and shit like that. So yeah, Baron Corbin, your new Intercontinental Champ. U.S. Championship, Chris Jericho versus Kevin Owens. Listen, Jericho's getting ready to retire. He wanted one more belt. He got the one that eluded him, the U.S. Championship. Good way to ride him out. Great storytelling between him and Owens. I have Owens winning the championship. You know my feelings on Chris Jericho. He's one of the greatest of all times. But Owens deserves a WrestleMania moment. I think this is the match that's going to give him one. He had that spot last year with the ladder. Imagine what he can do with Jericho and the feud that they have going, how long they've been working at this. It's going to be an amazing match. It should be the match of the night. But I have Owens capturing gold. The phenomenal one, AJ Styles versus the boss, Shane O'Mac. I'm going to go with Styles, and only for the simple fact that it is not a cage match. It's not a hardcore match. It's not any of those matches that add that extra element that makes Shane step out of his comfort zone. Makes Styles step out of his comfort zone. Because Shane can adapt to anything. But if it turns to a little more edginess of a match, things start getting in favor of Shane McMahon. But if it stays a legit one-on-one wrestling match, sports entertainment match, whatever you want to call it, in that fucking squared circle, AJ Styles should be able to beat Shane McMahon, so that's got to be my pick. I've got to go with the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. Call me biased. I don't give a fuck. AJ Styles should be able to beat Shane McMahon in any kind of fight, but since they're only going with the stipulation that it's inside the squared circle, it's got to be Styles. WWE Championship, Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton. Is anybody even choosing Bray? I mean, I can see the writing on the wall. They're setting up for something with another run on Orton. I think this is the way that we take it. Orton's got to win at WrestleMania. He took that hell of a fucking beating from Brock in that match for a reason. It had to be win Royal Rumble, win the championship at Mania. So, only because I read more into things than I should, I've got to go with Randy Orton on this one. Universal Championship, Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar. Who gives two flying fucks, honestly? Could fucking care less. Goldberg getting ready to retire. Brock retired from the UFC. Brock's getting ready to go on tour with the WWE. He's going to be a full-timer, so I got to give it to Brock. Lesnar's your champion. Then we have, I guess, we'll do the John Cena, Nikki Bella, Miz, and Maurice storyline. I couldn't fucking care less. But here's what's going to happen. I'm predicting it right now. Stupidest moment of WrestleMania. Cena and Bella win. John gets down on one knee and proposes. Anybody else think that's what's going to happen? Because I can fucking see it. And that's going to piss me off. But yeah, Cena and Bella win that. Keep on burying your best talent, Miz. Because that seems to be the trend in WWE. Bury the fucking talent. Seth Rollins versus Triple H. I don't know. Should be a good match. Probably about 20 minutes worth of intros with Triple H. But yeah. Fuck it. Stepping out on that proverbial limb once again, Seth Rollins. Just for shits and giggles. Andre the Giant Battle Royale. We have the Big Show. Sami Zayn, Braun Strowman, Apollo Crews, Mojo Rawley, Goldust, R-Truth, Curtis Axel, Dolph Ziggler, Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, Chad Gable, Jason Jordan, Primo and Epico, Bo Dallas and Rhino, Jinder Mahal, Heath Slater, Curtis Hawkins, Fandango, Mark Henry, Tyler Breeze, the Chinese dude Tian Bing, yeah, let's go with Tian Bing. Unless there's, I don't know, like an obsolete name out there, somebody who's floating in the ether about joining WWE, like a Hardy reunion maybe. Unless there's a Hardy Boy that enters in last minute, Braun Strowman's going to be your winner. Yeah, unless there's a Hardy Boy enters in the last moment, I'm going to go with Braun Strowman as the winner. They're pushing him for a fucking reason. Then we get to the shit. The one that I thought about skipping because it doesn't even dare to be talked about. It's what's going to end the show, so that's what's going to end my show. The Undertaker versus Roman Reigns match. I don't even know how I feel on this. Big Show's already said this is his last WrestleMania. I think that's why they added Mark Henry at the last minute. It's going to be his last WrestleMania. Maybe Kane gets added. Is it his last WrestleMania too? I truly believe this is Undertaker's last WrestleMania. I had Taker picked. But I know how the industry works. I want to go Undertaker so bad. I want to. It's what my heart is telling me because I'm an Undertaker fan. You'll hear more about it if I ever get to my fucking Mount Rushmore of wrestling because I have Undertaker on it. He made the fucking short list. I'm just having a tough time narrowing it down. I've got my top 10. I just need to narrow it down to 4. Getting sidetracked. Undertaker versus Roman Reigns. Fuck it, I'm choosing Roman Reigns because I know how the industry works. Vince loves big sweaty men. That's his newest favorite fucking sweaty man. So he's going to go with Roman Reigns to beat The Undertaker and crush all of our hopes and dreams again. Because if The Undertaker loses to Roman Reigns, it sets up a Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar matchup for SummerSlam or some horse shit like that. Throw Braun Strowman in there too. I don't know what they're getting at, but I think Undertaker's about done. I think this is his last two Raw. It's a shitty way to go out. It's got me all sad and shit now, too. But that's all the matches. That's about all the time I got for today. It's been, 20 minutes? So about the normal time. It's not even a short one. Yeah, with that, let's get the fuck out of here. That's about all I have. I'm all sad and shit now because that Undertaker's going to lose at Wrestlemania. Yeah, well, I'll be back with my deconstruction of NXT TakeOver Orlando. And back with my deconstruction of WrestleMania, Raw, SmackDown, 205 Live, NXT, like I always do every week. Just from a different location, so who knows when they'll actually come out. But yeah, that's about all for today. You can find me in all the normal places again. At Weed on Wrestling is the Twitter handle. SoundCloud, iTunes, YouTube, and of course Spreaker. Again, this just Weed on Wrestling. You know where to find me. Let me know what you think. If you're listening, let me know what you think. I really want to hear it. Yeah. Again, that's about all I got. So what do you say? You guys take care of yourselves out there. And take care of each other, too. Yeah. Let's get the fuck out of here. It was a lot longer than I expected to be a fucking prediction show. I should have just ran down through it and said who all I have. So fuck it. Cesaro and Sheamus, Mickey James, Nia Jax, Neville, Baron Corbin, Kevin Owens, AJ Styles, Randy Orton, Brock Lesnar, Braun Strowman wins the Andre the Giant thing, Cena proposes to Bella after they win, Rollins beats Triple H, and Roman Reigns retires The Undertaker. That's my WrestleMania picks. Bobby Roode retains NXT TakeOver Nakamura, going up to the main roster. Asuka wins, but she's also going up, but she goes up undefeated. Revival wins the triple threat, and AOP, if AOP is eliminated first. Sanity wins the 8-person tag, and Aleister Black wins in his debut. Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here.